Hi everyone, my name is Bartley and I'm here today in Victoria, British Columbia to do a quick video review on two new backpacks from Lowepro. Both of these bags are in the Flipside series, which means basically that you access the compartment from this side as opposed to the traditional this side. This is the 15-liter Sport Flipside, and this over here is the 500 all-weather Flipside. So one of the neat things about these Flipside bags is, as the name suggests, you can just flip them around and get at your gear. So if you need to pull out a lens or a memory card or whatever, boom, grab it, close it back up, swing it back around, you're good to go. So that's kind of a neat feature of these Flipside bags. Another thing I really like about them is they have a lighter weight build quality than a lot of the traditional backpacks. So they don't weigh much, which is nice. As opposed to big puffy straps, they've got sort of a higher density foam insert and then just some mesh, which is nice. If you're out in the field and you're sweating, you don't really want something to soak up that sweat. You want something that's nice and lightweight. Same here on the back, nice lightweight padding, very lightweight straps. The Sport bag has a port here where you can actually have a water bladder in here and a hydration port, so if you're doing something really active, that's a nice feature. And you can attach a tripod, of course, onto the side here with a good design. This bag here, the 15-liter all-weather, is good for about up to a 400 5.6, maybe a 300 f4, and a few other smaller lenses and bodies. So that's a nice one. If that's one of your biggest lenses, or if you're going out doing some flight shooting or something like that, that'd be a good choice. And the 500 all-weather can actually take a 500mm lens, even attached onto the body. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but it will fit. I'll show you closer some of the features of this one in just a second here. But I recently took this 500 up to Churchill when I was up there leading a photo workshop, and it performed really well. It's nice that it's a smaller sort of size bag. I've got my big lens in here. I've got all my gear basically that I would take on a photo trip, including binoculars, batteries, everything. It certainly weighs a lot, but it's a pretty small backpack for what I've got in here. So that's nice when if you're worried about carry-on restrictions or things like that. That could be a nice option for you. So we'll take a closer look, but definitely if you're in the market for a new backpack, these are two that you might want to consider from Lowepro. The Flipside 15-liter and the Flipside 500 all-weather. Okay, so taking a closer look here at the Flipside 500, you can see I've got this baby pretty loaded up with all of my normal bird photography gear. Open her up. I've got my 500mm lens with the 7D attached, and I've got a 1.4 converter on here. Now that's a snug fit. If I had a recommendation for Lowepro on this one, I would have said make the backpack 1 inch longer, then you could really fit this in here nicely. It's a tight fit, but it will fit. I've got a second camera body here with a 400 5.6, got a 17-40 here, flash battery pack, and it fits in there pretty snug. You could even fit a few more things in here. Nice design here with the memory card pouches, some room for some other documents, passports, whatever. Couple side pouches, pretty standard all-weather cover down below here. But yeah, it's a nice compact backpack that can fit a big lens, which a lot of the bigger bags get overly bulky and can be a problem for carrying on to airlines. So I've just flipped this guy around now, and you can see that you've got this nice big front pouch here where you can fit quite a bit of extra stuff. So I've got some chargers in here, got a battery pack, got my binoculars, cleaning kit, granola bars, a few other things in there. You can put a few more documents here. If you have a small tablet or a really small laptop, you might even be able to fit that in there. But some good storage. You can fit quite a bit of stuff in here. Like I said, I was just on a more or less a 3-week shoot back to Ontario and up into northern Manitoba, and I had no problems fitting what I needed in this bag. I do also have the Pro Trekker 600, which is a bigger backpack. You can fit everything in the kitchen sink in that one. But if you're looking for a smaller, more compact bag, or if you're looking for you know, something that will be for when you're going on trips where weight restrictions could be an issue, or size restrictions, this is definitely going to be a bag that I think that's going to find its way into my usual repertoire of backpacks. Alright, so just to summarize the top pros and cons of these bags right now. Things I like about this 500 Flipside. I like the rear access. I find that is useful sometimes. I like that it has a small footprint, this backpack, compared to, for example, my Pro Trekker 600. That thing is huge, and I often get some second looks from some of the airline check-in agencies, whereas this one really does not look like a big bag, even though it's loaded full of camera gear. So a smaller footprint, really like that. The bag is pretty comfortable. I mean, I've had some other backpacks in the past that I haven't found to be as comfortable as this one. It's got nice, lightweight, but well-designed straps, good hip strap. If I had to nitpick on anything, I'm not crazy about the design of the chest strap, because they put it on this little sliding thing, which kind of seems cool, but the problem is it does seem to come off fairly easily. So I'm not crazy about that as far as design goes. But the backpack does sit comfortably, fairly adjustable, and you know, even loaded up with all my gear, this is very comfortable to wear around for a day hiking around. The other nitpick that I'd say with this is that it's a 500, and it can certainly fit the 500mm, even with the camera body attached. But if they had made it just 1 inch longer, just a little bit longer, it would be better, because it would be easier to slide the lens in. So there's my little nitpick on that one. Overall, though, a very good bag, and it's a bag that I think that I'll use quite frequently. With me, I usually am using my big lens, so this bag probably won't see as much use from me. But if you're somebody who uses a 300 f4, 400 5.6, if you're someone who's active, who's out shooting things, doing a lot of flight shooting, and you just need that size of lens, then this bag here would be definitely a good option. So if you're in the market for a new bag, these are two that I would definitely consider from Lowepro: the Flipside 15 liter Sport and the 500 all weather. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.